So, the quote that I chose is from the Designing Online Learning Opportunities for Students with Disabilities reading. And the quote is: "The most common model is likely the flipped classroom model, where students receive the direct instruction or lecture based instruction online, generally for homework, and then do an application of the knowledge in school." So, I chose this quote because I feel like it kind of wraps up the whole module pretty well, not just with what's going on right now, but also because this article in general is talking about how online and blended learning is on the rise. And so my big takeaway is that blended online learning is becoming more common. And that's kind of scary, but it's also really amazing in that it provides a lot of opportunities for students and like in the different ways that it can help out disabled students. I think that's really awesome. I think that so this is becoming more popular across the nation. Flipped classrooms are becoming really more popular too. Like my school actually is kind of the past like 2 years has been implementing this, like transitioning to a flipped classroom thing. So I think that even without the online learning, that's just becoming more popular. Another part of this takeaway was that it was talking about how disabled students are enrolling in online and blended learning that more often, and this means that we have to make sure that this kind of format allows for them to succeed and really help them. And then how I think this takeaway connects to, like my views on teaching and how it has already affected my teaching is that, I mean, right now it's already like affecting everything temporarily because of COVID, but since it is gaining more traction because of the success it's garnered in some places, my school's transitioned to a flipped classroom already, so it's already affecting my student teaching in that way. We're already seeing how it can cause issues for students with IEPs, but we've been trying to find like tech and tools and stuff to get around these obstacles. Like, we have a couple of students who they really only do well if you read instructions out loud to them, read other like text out loud to them, but the text to speech format on their Chromebook sounds too much like a robot for them. And so we've been finding like Chromebook extensions that we can use to read to these students when they're not like in the Zoom, when we're not reading the instructions to them, when they need to do those, you know, reading those materials at home because it's a flipped classroom. So I feel like this is like a really awesome thing that's happening, a really awesome like new format for school. I think it's really cool. And it's also like kind of foreign, but I'm really excited to see where like all of this goes to. Sorry, I kind of went over the 2 minutes.